Welcome back. Fastest show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. Call to the pen with the big man. You know what they call the big man in France? The big man. What? Rate, review, and subscribe to the audio-only pod. Yo, I'm about to put on a clinic. And I'll ask you, hit that like button. Matters more than it should. Cartoon fingers to the front, yo. Already a couple of them. Thank you so much. We get to 20. Maybe we'll get something fun parlay or something going on. All the regulars up in here. Chad Rink, welcome aboard. Fire Sports, D-Rock, OPMG, my guys. Bartlett, O'Shea, top of the morning to you. Brian Rose, Tyler C. Let's get it done, man. No fooling around today. If you saw the tweet, right, we're going to go in ludicrous speed. We're going to try not to go plaid. We've got a full slate. We're just going to rip it, right? We're going to just rip it and do the thing that we do, me and you, Call to the Pen crew. Just really fast, one quick note. Make sure you're checking out Joey Osborne, our boy Joe O, with taking a swing on this very channel quicker. Breakdowns. If you don't want 75 jillion words coming at you 4 zillion miles an hour, you can hang out with Joey. He'll take care of you in a minute or two. You probably make just as much money. But are you going to have as much fun? Are you really going to have as much fun? I love him, but I'm not so sure about that. Here, let's do it, yo. Death, taxes, sun rising in the east, setting in the west. Bears making dookie in the woods. And the big man up before the crack of dawn to bring you this bad boy. Nobody doing it like it, right? Come on, it's analysis, it's stats, it's like application. It's ridiculous. I don't even care if the bets win or not at this point. If you're on my chair, it's more important that I'm kind of feeding positive energy and feeding the lessons forward. Without any further ado, it's the Texas Rangers. Martin Perez, minus 125 favorites going to Detroit Rock City. My boy Alex Fado, he's been very good. Let's look at Perez first. 3.83 ERA, however. The whip at 1.50. OPS at 680, right? So kind of a mixed bag. Run indicators not necessarily buying it. The K rate is low, but so is the walk rate. I mean, he's been suppressing contact, but getting yoked up by lefties. I actually think I like the Tigers in this one. Again, we were into trend indication. Tigers looking excellent as of late. Number one in walk rate. I mean, the disciplinary basket rate's the thing we talk about all the time. I don't have the last 7. I think the Tigers are top 3 last 7 ex-WOBA. So I actually think they're going to take care of Perez today. Give me the Detroit F5. Let's look at Fado. Whip at 0.75 to 4.15 ERA. However, all the earn run indicators, like my model, is going to love this guy. Right? The earn run indicators are through the floor. Expected ERA at 3, deserved ERA at 2.7, PFIP at 2.5. 1% walk rate. Probably having something to do with it. A lot of fly balls have led to some home runs. But I really think I like what I've seen from Fado. Again, 200 max lefty-righty BA split. Again, it's just been the home runs. The home run, the fly ball rate regresses. That number's at 20, which is like really unusual. I think we're going to get it. So please make sure you smash the like button, getting some instructions here. Ring the notification bell as well. People kind of forget about it. Once the show goes, you really want to be in on it. If you're listening, come on, make sure you subscribe. How could you be into this and not really into this? So I think we're going to be bucking up against the trend. Jay, you know what? Did you lock in the F5? If you didn't, I kind of want the money line. I screwed up on that one, buddy boy. If we didn't lock in the F5, I want the money line again because the Texas bullpen's so bad. The last 30 innings, 6.5 ERA. And then we can move it on. So give me the Tigers to win it. Again, we kind of have to go up against the general market at large sometimes. Next up, Ryan Weathers, the name apropos, for the San Diego Padres, plus 125 dogs, headed to Miami to face Sandy Alcantara. whether it's a mixed bag, we don't really have a lot of long he's even going to stay in there. XFIP and Sierra north of 5, despite the 3.9 ERA, single-digit swinging strikes, 6% K minus BB, not any good. 21 whiff, I'm sorry, even worse, not any good. He's been very, very good at suppressing contact, but righties have hit very well against him. And again, the Marlins just kind of getting off the mat a little bit. We backed them last week. Of course, they were terrible. But right now, top 3 batting average, last 500 PAs, 291 PA, 799 OPS. Top 3 in line drive, top 5 WOBA, 345 WOBA, 118 WRC plus. So Miami kind of getting up off the mat. It's always kind of a tough hill to climb going up against the Padres. So you know what? We don't have any early games to build a parlay on. But Jay, if you have a little notepad handy, let's put a Miami win in there, right? It's a little bit of juice. I don't really love it. Not enough to bet it. But I do think we'll get it. Oh, not enough to bet it, but I do think we'll get it. Stick it in the parlay bid. Next up, it's the Guardians and Cal Quantrill. Plus 135 dogs going to Baltimore to face the Blackbirds wearing orange vests and Kyle Gibson. Quantrill, it's been a really rough go. 4.7 ERA, 1.35 whip. I think this might be the last time we see him. My fantasy heads out there already know that the Guardians are a pitching factory and have all types of young, right? We've already seen Bidey come up. Then they're sitting on Gavin Williams also. Battenfield is good. I know people are shitting on kind of Gaddis. He was not terrible either. So again, I think this is the last time we see Quantrill. XFIP, K-minus walk ERA, expected ERA, and Sierra all north of 5.5. Not any good. Speaking of 5.5, 5.5 K-minus BB. Yikes, man. Also, something I added to the sheet, if you're wondering. You follow me up on Twitter at John Laghezza on the Bird app. The pinned tweet will take you to Sharpener. You can click. There's like a Google Doc link that he's like behind the fake paywall. It's free. You can go click it and use it. God knows how many people use my work for free. If you want to pay, you can. It's $50 for the whole year. I think it's worth it. I mean, it's a mountain of info every damn day, right or wrong. Come on, that I know for a fact. But one thing I've been adding again, we want it to be better. Okay? You know what I mean? That's me. I don't just leave it. I'm like, so I added ball percentage. Jeff Zimmerman at Fangraphs covered this, and it really makes a lot of sense. Probably more effective than walk rate if you're into walk props and K props. So again, I'm always just trying to lead it everywhere. I can't make all the picks, but I could try and give you all the tools. So Cal Quantrill has a 40% ball rate. That's ridiculous. 20 CSW, so 20% cold strikes plus whiffs. NBA props up in the house. Welcome aboard, dude. Michael K, how you doing, yo? That ball rate, really, really good, and it's led me to some hits on walk rates. I know I dropped a parlay or two the other day, but again, I got it was a bad call. I don't want to complain. We're on to something. Check out the ball rate on the page. So I think Quantrill kind of stinks, 90% zone contact. So if you're going to pitch your contact, you got to look at the Baltimore offense. That's 500 PAs, 250 batting average, 730 OPS is just okay. However, number 1 in pull rate at 45%, top 5 in hard hit rate at 42%. So I think we're seeing the better side of the Orioles. They've kind of cut the team strikeout rate down. That's usually one of the first things we're looking for, right, to portend that production on the horizon. So I like the Baltimore to win this one. It's a little bit juice. Maybe stick that one in the bag also, Jay. I think we're going to build a money line parlay with these. Again, I've done very well the past week with those posting for subs. We hit two 10-to-1s in 3 days or whatever on minus 25 to minus 130, right? So they're close games, but I think we have the edge via, algo stats, whatever. So, yeah, I've got Baltimore covering this one across double result, which would also be another interesting one. I've heard people I know playing that for favorites. And if you're unfamiliar, it means you could look for an F5 win and a full game win with the same team in the same game. It'll boost up the odds. But again, you're going to be winning after 5. Push is no good. It's a loss. Next up, the Brewers and Adrian Hauser plus 135 dogs going to Toronto to face the Bluebirds. And you say Kikuchi. I think I was right when I wasn't fooled that he wasn't any good. Sorry about that. Man, this one's over or nothing, right? It's 9.5. It was 9. Jay, if you're going to find a full game 9, we'll just take that one blind. Yeah, I think full game 9. Yeah, I think we're going to go this one. Let's check it out. And here's the whole thing, right? Because it's how the books use ERA, 2.25 ERA, 1.25 whip. I'm not buying that. 17% K is too low, 17% whiff is like off the page too low, 89% contact is too high, 55 ground ball. Fair enough. 4% barrel, half a home run per 9. However, 262 minimum BA split, right? Lefty righties have a minimum 260 BA against Hauser. Going to face Toronto, last 500 plate appearances, top 5 in BA at 283, 784 team OPS. They don't strike out. They don't swing and miss. They make a lot of contact. Now, the quality contact's been a little weak as of late, but they are getting it done. Tons of line drives, top 3, 339 team WOBA, 117 WRC plus. So, I mean, listen, right now I feel like you're feeding Hauser to the Blue Jays, 2.25 ERA could take that and wipe your arse with it. Other side Kikuchi, 4.5 ERA, 1.5 WHIP, but the 850 OPS. I'm just not buying it. The home runs and misses, the walks are a killer, man. I'm sorry, I should take it back. The walks he's cut down. But he doesn't get ahead. 53 first strike. He doesn't induce chases. Then it's 42 fly ball, 48 hard hit, double-digit barrel. What do you get? You handsome fella in the back. 2.5 home runs per 9. Yeah, NBA probably Bobichet's he's the Mac. So yeah, it's all like if you like those guys, it's all those guys. Listen, if I had more time, if I wasn't creating other content, like I have the deadline that I have, producing shows and stuff, I'd be looking at these kind of things too. Like there's a Toronto Blue Jay base hit prop parlay that is like an absolute guarantee today, guys, with 270 BA again. So we can go over in this one, I think for sure. Again, the bullpens have been okay. They both had their struggles. This one looks like it just could get away from us. So I think we're going to get this one early. I think you get the over F5. I think you get the over F9. Let's move it up. This one is funny. My man, Kevin K out there, I don't think he's in the room right now, but one of my longtime subs and followers and one of the more sharper dudes like OPMG out there, people that I know take the work and use it, right? Those are always going to be my favorite people. The people that take the work that I produce and look to build off it, right? I don't want you to tail me. I think that's silly. In fact, if you're going to tail me, you should probably tail about right. You should tail your favorite 60%, right? Because you figure what I'm going to hit. I've been profitable this year with my subs, but not crazy. But that's your best bet, right? Find your favorite picks of mine. Don't ever tail anybody. It's stupid because no one hits all their picks. I've been chasing Ben Lively for a long time. So maybe this is me. 17 innings so far, 2.65 ERA, 0.88 WHIP, a 560 OPS, all the indicators in place, 27K to 4 walk, 31 CSW. I mean, all the stuff we really look for. 49 ground ball, 2% blast, 250 expected WOBA. He's been really good. Flip side, Brian Bello for the Red Sox, right? Reds and Red Sox. It's a color affair here. Color revolution. 4.08 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 800 OPS for Bayo. However, this is something I want to point out. That's also on the sheet. I had someone actually ask me why I've been posting last 30 days, and I'll tell you, right? There is a reason. So my colleague and compadre over at The Athletic, Eno Saris, did a bit of work on that, and it actually turns out his Stuff Plus model, right? Pitcher's quality actually kind of stabilizes at about 400 pitches. So it's actually a pretty good spot to look 30 days. I see somebody mentioning Friedel in the chat there. I love the interactive element of this. Got to give it to him. Brian Bayo, 328 batting average allowed to lefties, 890 OPS. I think I got to go with you there. What's that one look like? Man, Friedel has actually led off the last 3 games against righties since coming off the IL. So I think he's a pretty good pop for that. Yeah, plus 130. I think we can get a sniff of that. Although, Jay, all right, I think for today it's okay. Again, I said I wanted to start a week with it. I think we might want to kind of turn down the risk. Again, we're losing if we're not winning. Maybe on these prop plays, maybe it's like a 5 and then go for it. But that's okay. You can go 10 for now. So let's go with Friedel on the lefty to take advantage of the Bayo miss. However, I do think this one kind of ends there. What I wanted to get at with the Stuff Plus model and the stabilization of stuff, right? So you can look at last 30 days. Bayo's been very, very good last 30 days. So I do like the Friedel prop because that ballpark plays so good for lefty batting average. Everything's a double there. But 2.7 ERA, 3.7 Sierra last 30 days, right? Doesn't really match something like the 5 deserved ERA or the 5 expected ERA on the season for Bayo. Yeah, props in to get 2 hits the hard way. Yeah, he just might. But he's a singles machine. Again, if he's going to lead off in that ballpark, and again, one of the last piece for me, I like our hitters to be on the road to guarantee the ninth frame, also underdogs, right? So we should get every bit of that. Even though I like Bayo and was kind of leaning towards the under here, I still think we get this one. I actually wouldn't be surprised the Algo has Cincinnati winning. No, wow, it is like 0.02. I mean, as close as it could be. So let's just move it up. Yeah, give me Friedel. I like that one. I've been jumping on those BA splits all year, and they've been pretty good to us. So, I don't want to get away from the work. Next up, it's the Phillies. And Power Ranger Suarez plus 120 dogs going to the Let's Go Mets go and Cody Singa. Man, it's been a rough go for Suarez so far. 9.8 ERA, 2 whips, 7 deserved ERA. I mean, through the roof. Where is it going wrong? He doesn't get ahead 50% first strike, 21 whiff. Now, 444 BABIP is a bit ridiculous. 51 ground ball could get you there. The power metric's not as bad as maybe it looks. But 366 batting average to righties, that's going to be really tough. So, I mean, I guess you want to look at, I guess Pete Alonso is a smash here, right? What's the Alonso prop look like? It's probably negative, so I would say no thanks. This one, too, I wish I had more faith in Senga. The ERA sub 4, but the whip above 1.5, that doesn't mesh because of 29K, but 15 walk. 40% ball rate for Senga as well, but 30 whiff. So it's like it's in the zone and you can't touch it, or it's so far out of the zone that no one's kind of buying it, which makes it really, really tough. I mean, the power metrics have been good. Everything pretty much in check for Senga. It's just the walks are out of control. So this one's probably over or not, but in the meantime, let's get that Pete Alonso plus 120. I'm surprised that one's hanging out there so high. Yeah, you know what's funny? I checked it when I was doing my thingy thing this morning, and he was at a half base, which I think those are so ridiculous. So anytime we get our hands on Pete Alonso against a lefty, especially one that's, giving away 400 batting average to righties, I guess we'll go there. Next up, get that over button ready, Jay. It's Zach Greinke and the Royals with cheese going to St. Louis to face the Redbirds and Miles Michaelis. 4.5 ERA, 1.2 whip for Greinke. However, expected ERA and PFIP both at 5 to 17% K is too low. 8% swing and strike is too low. 91 zone contact is too high, right? The 340 expected WOBA probably explains that 1.6 homer per 9. It's been all lefties, though. 303 batting average against lefties, 865 OPS, 2.25 homer 9. Flip side, same thing from Michaelis. Michaelis allowing a 315 batting average to lefties, 852. So we want 2 hits here. First up, Mr. Jaybird. Jay asking a very astute question, one we get all the time. Should we go over 8.5 at minus 130 or over 9 for even money? These are the times that I do pay the 30 cents. I usually value a run in at least 50 to 60 cents. So 30 cents for the run, right? 9 is the push. Give me 8.5 for the win. So bet 13 to win 10. So we're going to go over. But at the same time, Jay, would you do me a solidification? And could you bring up Mr. Vinny Pasquantino's player props? We love my boy Vinny P. And again, those kind of struggles against lefties just ridiculous, and I think he's been hitting it as well. Yeah, he's been good, not great. I think I have him on an upswing. Yeah, Pasquantino is a little bit ridiculous. But here, maybe I can back it up a touch. Sorry. I don't want to do like 10 PAs. You want to at least get like 20. All right, so last 20 PAs against righties is Pasquantino. 300 batting average, 550 slug, 850 OPS. That's a 250 ISO, 2 doubles, and a shamalama ding dong. So give us VDP at plus money. I got plus 110 over 1.5 total bases. Love that one. Yeah, I think we're going to get a ton of scoring. This one, if you're the player, if you're the base hit parlay guy, if you're the prize picks guy, if you're the underdog guy, this is the game, right? If you're the DFS player or the jock market player, this is the game that could go to a zillion. Next up, Flatfish of Florida and Sugar Shane McClanahan, minus 190 favorites going to Chicago. Nice part of town, Kyle Hendricks and the Baby Bears. I mean, whatever. McClanahan's my dog. He's my dude. He's just a god out there. 2 ERA, 1.1 whip, 573 OPS. He's the best, man. 16 swing strike, 34.5 whiff, 78 zone contact. He's so good. 267 expected WOBA. Very, very tough to touch. Cubs offense also happens to stink right now. 215 batting average, 215 team BA, last 500 PAs. Only 46 runs the last 2 weeks, 42 ground ball, 91 WRC plus. They've been pretty bad. 309 expected WOBA against righties. 325 actually gets something to step up there. But I still don't think they have an answer for it because they K too much. 27% K rate. The K, I don't even look at the K prop. It's probably like 9, so forget it. Bring up the run line on this one, Jay. This feels like a bucket play. Again, whenever we run into juice for a play that we like, but I don't want to pay for, which this just feels like. No, you know what? This one's actually pretty palatable. I'll pay that. I think I don't know how many we're going to have. See, this is the problem with trying to do this stuff in real time. All right, I think we should just hit this one for what it is. Minus 115. I don't want to. Okay, Jay, you read my mind. But no. That's not even where I was going. You can hit that one. At minus 115, that's a problem. So don't want to be too much of this like anti-juice guy. You got to pay it sometimes. providing the work and everything adds up. I have this one as like a Tampa, it's a slaughter. Although, again, I have Tampa's bullpen kind of skewing the F9 numbers. I'm not buying it. Love the comment section here. Sometimes it's R-rated. I can't read it. All right. So we're going to take Tampa to cover it on the main plays. Let's move it up. Next up, Joe Ryan and the Twinkies going to Houston to face Brandon Bilak. Joe Ryan, minus 115 favorite. Like, hard not to just bet him on auto, but Houston's starting to hit. So maybe this is more about when you're buying with Bilak. Now, let's just do Ryan fast. He's a GOAT. 2.2 ERA, 0.95 whip. I mean, he's so good. 25% K minus BB. Bully metrics off the page. 63 first strike, 42 O swing, well above that 100 mark. 79.5 in zone contact. He is awesome. 3% barrel, half a homer, 9, 280 x WOBA. Joe Ryan's awesome. 219 max BA, lefty righty split. Other side is Bilak. Okay. 3.5 ERA, but a 1.5 whip, 850 OPS. Come on, class. We know better than that. Expected ERA at 6. Deserved ERA above 6. PFIP above 5. 60 on the stuff plus for the fastball. 40.5% ball rate. No, it's not doing it, man. 48 first strike. Class, we're not buying this. 45 hard hit, more than 2 homer 9. I mean, we should just bet the Twins, I think, right? Is it that easy? I hate when it's like, oh, but I'm an easy game. It's not an easy game. Check the F5 first. I think that's the clear edge would be F5. But if it's juiced up, you don't have to be afraid because Ryan could pitch for distance. I just worry about giving Houston the at-bats. I don't want them to get the at-bats. No. I don't want to pay that. Wait, that was 5. How about, okay, so let's go with the full game, Jay. Wait, yeah, full game minus 110. I saw that. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'm flashing a little bit, everybody. We're doing pretty good on the pace, though, Jay Bird. Thanks so much, man. You are like lightning quick. Remember, if you see that cool app on the screen helping you price shop, that's betstamp.app/call to the pen. Thank you very much, Jay. Everybody write that stuff down. Tell them Big Johnny. Thank you so much, Jay. So remember, that stuff matters more than it should. And again, betting is so difficult. If you're finding a website like this that'll help you get 5 or 10 cents on every single play, I think about 5 or 10% discount on every purchase you make. It's like hard to argue that does not going to make a huge difference. So let's get the Houston F5 in the coffers and moving on. It's funny. Sometimes betting baseball, you just got to do the things you don't want to. One of them being going up against the Houston offense. And, we're going to have to score. I mean, that's just what it is right now in this environment. Houston has a team OPS up above 800, 44 fly ball, 45 pull, 43 hard hit. You know what I mean? We could be in trouble. But that's why the odds are where it is. I mean, we have a distinct pitching advantage, like a ridiculous distinct pitching advantage. And I may even want to give the Twins a bit more. With guys like Julien and Royce Lewis now up. Royce Lewis is an impact bat. He had a monster home run yesterday and a very big hit, like a game-tying hit right in the end of the game. So adding impact bat, maybe Twins on the upswing. I'll take him for 5 innings. Next up, it's the Angels and Tyler Anderson going to the White Sox, outside of Chi-Town and Lucas Giolito. Man, I really like Anderson. Things look like they're falling apart. XFIP and Sierra right around 6. The K rate too low, which we know, but a 3% K minus BB, not going to do it. With the 87 zone contact and the sub 30% chase rate, you're kind of feeding him to the White Sox, who, again, we know are a better kind of left-handed hitting team. Anderson is there now, like Eloy is there. I blew past the pricing. 135, that's a bucket play, Jay. I like Chicago here for sure. LA offense, real kind of downtrend. But again, we noticed it. I didn't call it out. I don't want to take credit for the trend indications that we don't make, because I do think we're very good. I just usually focus on the upswings. But we noticed the K rate starting to plunge, the swing strike rate starting to go up, right? So LA near the bottom of the basket right now, 27% K, 14 swing strike, 81 zone contact. What's the Giolito K prop look like, my dude? I'd say if it's 5.5 even money, like I could probably dig on that. No, 5.5 and jacked up. I'd say no. The market wants 7 strikeouts. That's why I'm just not a strikeout prop guy. It's just never where I want it to be. I'm a cheapskate. So stick Gio in the bucket. We're doing pretty good. I really like this money line combination. Next up, your Yankees, nasty Nestor Cortez plus 125 dogs in Seattle against Logan Gilbert. I love Logan Gilbert. One of my really nicer hits on fantasy. People kind of gave him a hard time, and he's really good. So Cortez, 5.3 ERA, 1.27 whip, however, and we nailed this, right? We nailed his uptrend. 6.11 OPS, 101 stuff plus, 16 came on his BB, 63 first strike, 83 zone contact. So the Desperate Basket's not bad. You know, the too many fly balls turned into home runs, but a 270 expected WOBA is not like a pitcher getting beat up. So you really want to be careful with that one. Seattle offense kind of stinks. 230 batting average as a team, 25K, 14 swing and strike. These are terrible. 83 zone contact. They've been right around average against lefties. This one probably feels like an under. I'm going to just check the algo really quick. Let's peek Le Algorithm. You know what they call an algorithm in France? Le Algorithm. I actually have Seattle squeaking this one out. But, man, it's close as can be with 8 runs on the nose, which is probably the line. The line's 7.5. Again, you can check this stuff. I give my algo total. And, again, whenever it's a full run away from the line, like, it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. I got people out there back-testing this stuff. So I think I'll probably leave this one. But it does feel like an under. Again, you know, Nestor, again, hitting that stride. Gilbert, again, hitting that stride. Yankee offense good, but not great. They've been a lot better as of late hitting righties. So that's why I wouldn't pay the juice for Gilbert. And I don't think it lasts as a bucket play because the Yankees can score, right? And I worry a bit about the back end of the Seattle offense. So let's just move this one up a bit. Next, uppy. It's the Rockies and Kyle Freeland plus 220 dogs going to the desert to face the Snakes with Shapes on their back and Zach Gallen minus 240. You know, Freeland came out and looked pretty good. I think the wheels are going to fall off the sky. 3.86 ERA is not bad, but a 7.80 OPS, all the earned run indicators north of 4.5. Single digit swing and strike, sub 20% whiff rate, 93 zone contact. So once you get to that 93 zone contact, now you're like talking about, you know, you can actually go look at that stuff. I've been a big proponent of the Arizona offense. And again, that is one of the W's I think we can take. We were on top of that. Now, granted, they've kind of sunk again. I didn't even notice that, how quick it can turn. But the swinging strike rate down below 10, the chase rate in the top 5, also the in-zone contact rate nice and strong at 87. They are pulling the ball, but that's about it. I didn't really notice how weak they had been, in particular against lefties. So, man, I may have to call this one. This may be my donkey bet of the day. Fire Sports, I'm sorry. Fire Sports loves the D-backs here. And I think it's all with good reason. But I'm getting the big time spidey senses tingling, right? I tried to jump on Colorado leaving the altitude, hitting on the Rocky Road thing. They've been very good. 286 team, 26 LBP, near 800 team OPS, 87 zone contact. Top 5 in line drive, top 10 hard hit, 344 team WOB is really good. However, Rockies, big time. Check out the splits here. You know, this is why I'm leaving this one alone. Yeah, Fire, I appreciate you, my dude. I do, right? The bestest of friends, the bestest, closest of family, argue, disagree, and move on, right? Move on stronger than we were before. I think that's simpatico, my friend. So here we go, Colorado. Worst team in the league, last 30 expected WOBA against lefties. Top 3 against righties. Flip side, Arizona, bottom 2 against lefties. I'm a bit worried. So I'm going to leave this one. I know the entire world probably likes the Arizona run line, and I'm going to leave this one alone. I don't know if I have the guts to bet the 220 in Colorado, but if Colorado ends up winning this one, you know I'll be somewhere doing one of those GIF things. You know? Next up, Atlanta and Bryce the Elder, minus 235 favorites against JP Sears and those pesky elephants on beach balls. Oh, man, I knew they were going to win yesterday. I was talking about that. We always jump on pitchers coming off the IL. I didn't have the guts. Oakland got the Soroka. I knew it, man. Bryce Elder, 2 ERA, 117 whip, 650 OPS. Really mixed bag. Expected ERA, PFIP both north of 4.5. Stuff plus on the fastball at 65. I mean, it's really the disciplinary basket is not great. 15 K minus BB is okay. 11 swinging strike is too low. 55 for a strike is too low. 87 zone contact's a bit high. The 56 round ball is good, but 48 hard hit is really high. I don't think he's been properly punished. Sub 300 BABIP. And we keep going after Elder, and he keeps like wiggling his way. He keeps wiggling out of it. Other side, JP Sears, who I kind of like. 4.7 ERA, 110 whip. This might be the other donkey bet is people looking for like Braves, Diamondbacks. I don't know if they're going to get it. PFIP at 3.6, 4.5 walk rate. This is JP Sears. 33% ball rate is excellent. 61 first strike, 37 chase, 83 zone contact. This is not the kind of stuff we generally like to go after. A lot of foul balls and a lot of barrels. But he's corrected as of late. 3.25 ERA last 30. Came on his walking ERA down below 4. So I think I got to just leave this one. Atlanta, the sellout power. We've been talking about this all year if you're following the show. Right? Atlanta's the sellout offense. Bottom 3 walk. Bottom 5 swing and strike. But top 3 pull. Top 3 hard hit. Top 3 barrel. They're also much, much better against lefties than they are righties. I'm just seeing that now. Maybe they do feast on Sears. Atlanta, I double-checked these stats. Atlanta has a 4.25 expected WOBA against lefties last 30. Holy cow. What's the Atlanta team total at, Jay? Is it 5.5 will take it juiced? 6 if it's even, we'll take it. 6.5, I don't know. Thanks. This is Atlanta full game team total as much as I liked. Oh, 5 flat? Let's go, man. Because you know what's going to happen? We're either gonna buck the. I know I was a bit contradictory with the analysis, but the part I left out because I keep assuming that we're always as simpatico as we are. We might get our 5 runs off the open bullpen. I mean, this is absurd. Think about this line, okay? Coming at you. Yeah, Fire Sports will give me 5. Can't believe it that it's only 5. Again, even if Sears is good, Atlanta gets them for 2, we get 3 for the bullpen, we get 3 from Sears and 2 later, we get 8 and 8. So hold on. All right, so the Oakland bullpen is now in a full sample set for a starting pitcher. 228 innings of what might be the worst pitcher in the league. So it'd be like, imagine rolling this out every 5 days. 6.4 ERA, 1.6 whip, 5 Sierra, 6% K minus BB, 27 chase, 88 zone contact, 42 fly ball, 1.5 homer 9, and 16 losses. Oh my gosh. Oh my heart. And I'll tell you what, there's a bunch of those games the bullpen came in behind and gave up runs, that they would have lost if the score was different. So, all right, give me Atlanta to beat up on Oakland, just as far as the runs go. I don't know if I'm buying Elder, which means I probably should have snuck it in over. But anyway, let's move it up. This one I'm leaving outright. I got smoked on it yesterday. It's Oviedo and the Pirates plus 135 against the Giants and Brebbia, the opener. So he's very good at opening. I don't know what we're going to get after. It's been like Benaya and stuff like that. I just don't want this one. Oviedo's been okay, 4.7 ERA, but the whip way too high because the walk rate's too high. Those double-digit walk rates, right, are a killer. 54 first strike, 27 O swing. The bully metric down at 77. I just can't back it. I know there are some sharp people into Oviedo. He keeps the ball down. He has suppressed contact. 293 expected WOBA. Anytime next WOBA is below 300, you have my attention. But, man, some of those underpinnings just really a bit scary. He's also really struggled against lefties, and the Giants have some pretty diesel left-handed hitters. So I just don't know if I can buy this one. San Francisco offense also starting to, click up. We've been talking about that. They got some hitters back. And they called up a couple of guys, right? I'm sorry, I want to make sure I get this right. I think Slater. Okay, so Austin Slater is back. VR got the call up, and Casey Schmidt got the call up, and Patrick Bailey got the call up. Not to be like, but the Giants just added 4 bats to a 9-man lineup. Every one of those being an upgrade. So I want to be careful with the Giants stats. They probably win this one. But again, Oviedo's been a roller coaster ride. I'm just leaving it. How about 5 more cartoon fingers, everybody? I forget to promote myself. I hope you appreciate the show. I feel like it reeks of effort, right? Very few shows coming at you with as much like, this is just a full-on onslaught, of information and theoreticals with statistics plus application. I really think you get anywhere. I hope people, dig it, right? Advanced stats. We're doing offense. We talk about bullpen and how to apply these things and how they work differently across the spectrum. So 5 more likes, man. Comerica Industries, grazie mille. It's his best show by far. Really do appreciate. We get a lot of that here. And it's not to my horn. The audience is small, but we're freaking fierce, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably more important. But I mean, it's my thing, so maybe that's why I feel that way. L for love. Let's get it. Last one, everybody. Jake Irwin and our Washington Nationals. They are our Washington Nationals. Plus 280 dogs. Oh, I almost bet it blind. Going to Hollywood. Always up to no good. Those Charlie Dodgers and Tony Gonzo. It's Jake Irvin on the bump for the Nats. It's been a rough go. I don't know how long we're going to see this guy, man. 5.3 ERA, 1.6 WHIP, XFIP Sierra, expected ERA all north of 6, 3% K minus BB, 44% ball rate. Yikes, bro. You can't live in the majors throwing balls 44% of the time, 14% whiff, 19 O swing. It's like a joke, right? It's a joke. 11 barrel. This guy's most likely going to get feasted on. Do me a favor, bring up the Dodgers team total also. Yeah, Stuart Durst, first up, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. We really, guys, the comment stuff is fantastic here. Stuart Durst with one of the most astute assertions, let's say, of the prop playing game. One of the things I think, how do I put it? The biggest rake to step on, right? The thing to avoid the most is being careful with the walk rates. I myself, I admit, when I first started, I'm very careful. I alluded to the ball rate, 16% walk rate. So it's very tempting. You see lefties have it better than 2 homer 9 against it. Now, the batting averages are not great. Lefties also have an 850 OPS. However, the walk rates, got to keep it on the walk rates, man. I used to bet like Juan Soto props and be mad that he walked 3 times. Well, that's on you, Brett. But it's the truth, right? You got to keep that stuff in mind. Is your team favorite? Are they behind? Are you implied for 5 team total runs? Are you at home or are you on the road? Because we need that extra at bat. So thank you, Stuart D. Really, really sharp stuff, right? That's what it's all about. Be careful. Because I know, again, people all over Twitter, it's Dodger props all over, Dodger props. 5.5 runs for the Dodgers. Let's just confirm. Yeah, I think we're going to get it. And I'll tell you why. Washington bullpen, it's kind of bad. Right, last 45 innings, 4.6 ERA, 250 BA, 86-0 contact, 2 homer, 9 barrel. Yeah, give me the Dodgers to score 6. I think that's where I'm at. See, again, this is another one. If we think, where people might bet in the run lines and stuff, if you think they cover the run line, don't you think they get to 6? Does this feel like a 3-1 game? And if you don't, you should just bet the over. Again, I'd rather look for singular events. My cake. No, there is no such thing. Betting the Nats team total is no longer a donkey bet. Betting the donkey bet is the Atlanta and the Dodgers one. Though today it could be a bit rough. Gonsolin's been good, man. People get mad. He outperforms his peripherals. But again, 61st strike, 37 O swing. He gets up. He gets ahead. He makes you chase his junk. Right? And they suppress contact because the Dodgers are so good around the edges. And then the defense has been good. So I guess that'll do it. We made it all the way through. Ludicrous speed. Jay, did we come up with 4? We actually have 3. I'm going to add a 4th one. So right now, we have... Although, you know what? Maybe we should 3-pack it, Jay. What's that work? Because they were all not bad. Like, normally, when we parlay, we have like a minus 180 and a minus 190. These are all minus 125s. So if we go Miami, Baltimore, and the White Sox, that feels like a really solid... Like, I feel really good about that. So that was Gibson and the Orioles against Quantrill. Miami with Sandy Alcantara, and then the White Sox with Giolito. So what's that, like a 6-1 or something like that? Oh, 4-1? Yeah, I don't know I don't want to just like be reckless. Yeah, lock in the 4-1, but you know what? But why don't you increase the risk to 5? Because we're going to take the hit on needing one less event. Then can you bring up today's plays? Let's wrap it up and get everyone out of here, Mr. Cooper. Love you so much, man. One of the hardest working dudes in the business. All right, so let's get it. Everybody, let's wrap it up really quick, and everyone enjoy the day. So that was the 3-pack. Miami, Baltimore, and the White Sox money line, 4-1. We have Detroit to win it outright against Texas. The bad bullpen, be patient. Milwaukee and Toronto goes over 9. The Reds and the Red Sox. We've got Friedel over 1.5 total bases to take care of that Bayo split. Pete Alonso goes over 1.5 total bases against Ranger, Suarez, and the Phillies. Vinny Pasquantino goes over 1.5 total bases against Wainwright. That game goes over 8.5 as well. Tampa Bay covers the run line. Sugar Shane on the bump against Hendricks, minus 1.5. Take it. Joe Ryan, that one should be F5. Well, if it's not F5, I'd like it to be. So it should be Minnesota F5. Joe Ryan against Bilac. I'd rather not give the Astros the plate appearance. That's okay, Jake. Don't even sweat it, brother. Team total for Atlanta go over 5 against the A's. I can't believe that. That's closing 5.5, guarantee it. And then Washington against the Dodgers. Dodgers go over 5.5, beating up on Irvin and that bad bullpen. That will do it for the big show. Fastest show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. Call to the Pen HQ. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the channel. Look for Joe Osborne's quick hits. Tag Rob Pizzola, the pizza man, bringing you the large round. Fastest show by a mile. Damn, yo. And I really feel like it's just chock full of goodness, right? I feel like the micronutrients are here. So again, thank you so much for coming to the restaurants where the chefs eat with the big man, John Laghezza, hanging with Jake Hoop in the back. All right, that'll do it. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy the pay. And remember, when you work this hard, if it's a lot less like luck, we'll catch you tomorrow at noon. As always, yo. Peace.